Hey, what's going on, everybody? I'm Big Measy.
I'm President Sloan, back at it again with the white vans.
Oh, goddamn, dude.
How's that
Can't
for a
say Daniel,
throwback
because
meme?
that'll be copyrighted.
So, here we are, back again, to talk about stuff with you guys. So, we're gonna do that. I'm the guy who does the talking, and so is he.
I think it's kind of goes with our name, right?
Two
on the
guys,
mic.
two guys.
We both gently caress the mic and try to sway each other into thinking,
That PlayStation or Xbox is better.
huh?
12 fucking teraflops, dude.
What, dude? The teraflops?
What the fuck is a teraflop, President Sloan?
Teraflop is
I mean, easy.
the amount of
It's a measurement of speed, right? Correct.
Yes.
So, but
speed,
put that
speed.
into the layman's terms of you can't really compare gigabytes and flops, can you?
I think you can.
I don't think you could. I looked it up on the
And I
way
think
here,
There's going to be an echo.
and you can't.
Try it again. There,
Check.
That's better.
Motherfucker, check.
Goddamn! If one thing doesn't go wrong, everything goes wrong. Oh man!
You want to know what went right though? This fucking haircut. Look at this thing.
Damn!
I know, dude.
That's pretty crazy.
All right. So in other news, not haircut related news, we're gonna slowly change this show from a video game show to probably like covering the hottest trends in Hollywood, like clothes and hair design. No.
Yeah, that's
we're gonna
what
talk about
we're gonna
movies.
do, become a fashion show.
We're gonna talk about
'cause we're both super
movies
passionate about
today,
it.
and we just realized that we watched a similar movie. And there's not much to say about it, but we had both just watched. Thank you, Z. I love you, baby. We just watched the Pokemon movie. I watched it last night.
I
'Cause it was
had it on with my kids
Trending.
kicking me.
That's
in
what
the
we're gonna do
face,
from
so-
now on. So whenever we're talking about like a hot topic, we're gonna go trending. You know what I'm saying?
Does that have to be fist though? Fist seems so.
Well,
bad.
whatever you want to do. We could do like the
It's
cross.
too edgy.
You know what I'm saying?
Maybe just a little one.
There you go.
Trending.
So yeah, so I watched it, and for some reason, I was watching it on Xbox, and Tate with the host, appreciate you, doggy. For some reason, so the Xbox was auto set to 720p, so then I bumped it up to 1080p, and it was still looking like hot garbage.
Yep.
So I don't know what was going on with that, because I was expecting it to look really nice, a little bit. See, I think the problem with the movie was I kept expecting Z with the 40K, golly. I kept expecting quality on the level of, well, not even just quality, because it doesn't look bad, but a style kind of similar to,
Like the actual movie
no,
style?
to Pikachu, to Detective Pikachu.
Yeah.
So, like, in my head, I was going in there with, like, I wasn't really, like, actively looking, like, for comparisons, but, like, in my head, I'm, like, hyper-realistic Pokemon, and then this, like, weird CGI anime hybrid really threw me off. So it took me a little while to get used to that, but then I noticed that it's a fucking dub. Like, it is a huge,
Is it?
massive
I
fucking
didn't even
dub.
notice.
It was so apparent that their mouths were not, and like I don't think that's the case with the original one, or maybe because it's anime that it's a little easier to hide that. But I think because they're switched to CGI,
Definitely a lot easier to hide it with that.
right? Yeah. So, but the newest Pokemon movie, the one that's trending right now, it's Mewtwo Strikes Back, Evolutions, I think it's called, and it was just so apparent that it was in Japanese originally, and then they did English voiceover, and it was just really, really hard to watch. I ended up falling asleep, but it stayed pretty true to.
I mean, the parts that I seen, I recognized.
Right, yeah. But it looked like shit to me for some reason, because it looked like I was watching in 720p, and then for some reason I was assuming that there was like some sort of setting on Netflix that can kind of, you can edit your like quality, but that doesn't exist apparently.
Nah.
Which is weird.
Netflix is weird. I try to watch stuff in ultra wide, and it doesn't work all the
I
time.
know you
It's
with
like,
your ultra wide. I know.
So you know what I'm saying? I try to get that ultra
Whoa,
wide.
whoa, teen
popping,
stream,
you know what I
teen stream,
mean?
teen stream.
Try to get it going. Yeah, Tate knows.
So I mean, so we're talking about Netflix. Have you watched The Big Mouth?
Big Mouth, yeah.
How do you feel about Big Mouth?
I love Big Mouth.
I loved it too. See, I thought so when I originally watched it. I don't know. I know you're a big South Park fan, correct?
I love South Park, dude.
See, South Park is
South
like
Park's
right there on that
so
line.
Good, dude.
It's right there on that line of being super highbrow and ultra lowbrow, which is like obviously it's kind of like their shtick, but like
It's
I don't know.
just like Cartman's fat ass is sitting on the line, and you just get coverage of the perfect.
Yeah, I
version
don't know.
of
It's
each
like
of it.
it's like South Park. Like it obviously has its moments. I've never got super into South Park. I feel the same way about Family Guy. Like Family Guy has like its fart comedy, but then they also have like their really really like deep cuts, like shit that I feel like they're doing a joke about, and that I'm the only person that would get that reference, like shit like that. Like so, Family Guy is kind of like in the same vein where it's like it's really really like thank you for the host Angie. It's really like I don't know. It goes both ways. Pause. Like it could be really really lowbrow or really really like ahead of its time in a way. So, but when I had first watched Big Mouth, I had thought that it was just like super
Vulgar.
like vulgar,
Vulgar
overly
for
vulgar,
vulgar's
and like
sake.
I'm not a huge fan of vulgar like dick jokes. Like it's like okay, great, we get it, but no, it grew on me. Like I really fuck with Big Mouth. Like it I found myself after work just being like, yo, I just want to throw on some Big Mouth, but like. I literally just finished it yesterday, the third season.
Yeah, I don't know if we finished the third season yet because I watch it with my wife.
Have you seen the episode where the coach gets his job back, like gets back as being a coach?
I honestly
Where
haven't
like
watched it so long.
the Queer Eyes.
Oh,
Yeah, so that's like the last episode. That's like the second to last episode, and the episode after that is like the
oh
last
yeah,
one.
that's hilarious.
Where they all get like superpowers and weird shit. Kids last year watched that all the time on the bus. Big Mouth, you guys should not be watching that shit. That is rated TVMA.
I mean, everybody's 18 plus, so it's perfect.
Oh, true. Yeah, it's a good show.
Yeah, nah, it's a good show. I mean, it takes like the stupid plot points of other shows and just makes them ultra vulgar, which is hilarious.
It was good. I found some weird like I don't know like the character development of the main character. Well, one of the main characters, the dude with the mustache. I forgot his name, but the main dude that's played by.
Oh yeah, the tall
yeah.
mustache kid.
So for some reason they just took like he was like a nerdy, just dude like whatever. But then they took him and made him like a complete asshole, like weird like. Ripping kids out of wheelchairs and shit. Like they just got so weird with him.
It's the thing of everyone changes as they
Yeah,
go
yeah.
through
Everybody
puberty,
experiences
you know what I
that
mean?
like awkward phase differently, I guess. And I could see that, but
All
I
the
don't know.
hormones running around.
Yeah, right.
Guys getting pantsed. Girls are breaking up with them.
Yo, one time I gotta tell this story. You said pantsed. So back in high school is when I was in North Providence. One of my friends. We would just like fuck with each other, like our whole like little circle. We would just fuck with each other. So, like pantsing was like a hot thing for this week or whatever. I don't know what the case was, but
It's totally normal.
so I ended up pantsing my boy, but he had basketball shorts on. So when I grabbed him, the undies came with it in the middle of the fucking hallway, bro. Oh my god.
Holy crap.
Oh, I'll never get over it. It was tragic.
Oh,
It was
man.
tragic. Oh, good times, man. Good times. Nothing like a good old schlong in the middle of a high school
Oh god.
hallway, you know?
Just dangling all about
Oh
the
my
trauma.
god.
The fucking trauma.
Yeah, I can only imagine. I feel terrible about it still, so it's fine. So, yeah, we got the Pokemon out of the way. I just want to talk about Big Mouth for a second, just because it's so like hot in my mind. Like I don't know, I really enjoyed.
I figured that you did like it because the last time that you were streaming, you kept doing that.
Oh
girl's
yeah,
voice.
yeah. Oh my god.
And I was like, did
Oh my
he hear
God,
this somewhere?
oh.
Is he actually watching
No,
the show?
yeah.
I
It
just
was
like
totally
she's
her.
too
No, it was
grumpy. I
her.
just
Her
enjoyed it.
voice is fucking. That whole character is hysterical to me. Like she's one of my favorite characters. She's hilarious. Whoever does that voice, I want to find out who does that voice. It's obviously a dude, but like it's super super funny.
Yeah, it's Nick Kroll.
Is it?
Yeah.
Really? So he does like a bunch of people. He does the main character.
Yeah, he does a lot of voices.
Yeah.
He
Oh my god! Oh. It's like so
high
totally
school
trash.
Yeah, high school's kind of rough.
Nah, high school is good. I mean, like I
school's
got bullied in high school,
Rough.
but honestly, I met a lot of like people that I still know today in high school. I met a lot of people that are pretty shitty in high school, but if given the chance, I would definitely go back and do it just because it's like you're never gonna experience anything. I mean, I didn't go to college, so you may just experience the same shit in college, which I'm sure is the case. But for me, at least, like high school was, I don't know, it was like a weird. It's just a really cool like. It's just like there's no other time because like work is not like that. Like you don't go to work and hang out and see your friends and have cliques and do all this shit. Like some of that shit carries over into like real life and like working and stuff. But like I don't know, it was just a really cool era in my life, and I like if I could go back and do it again, I would, and I would just. I don't know. I would get a lot more out of it than I feel like I did. Like it was fucking fun at the end.
I'm glad I'm out of that. Glad life got immediately better.
You fucking
as soon as I
hate
got
your
out
life.
of high school. Like it was crazy. The last day of graduation, I got a haircut. All the girls were just like, "Oh my god, I didn't realize that you actually look decent, like a decent human being."
This is not. This
I was
is
like,
all
"Yeah,
false.
I'm not just some white kid with a long ass haircut, long ponytail. I cut it off. I got a fade. It got lined up.
You had a ponytail?
I was looking fresh.
You
I
had
was
a
all tanned
ponytail?
up. Yeah, I had a ponytail. I had like
Oof.
7 inches that I was supposed to donate, but I never got to.
I got 7 inches that I can donate.
Oh, you know what I'm saying? 7 inches in the cold, dude.
7.5.
7 inches.
7.5 on a good day. So movies, Pokemon, Big Mouth,
Big Mouth
visual media for your face holes. So I feel like that's a perfect segue. I feel like that's a really good term. Visual media for your face holes. So I think we can kind of
face sockets.
okay, we can use that to kind of segue into other visual face hole media for face holes. Movies. We talked about one movie. We talked about a show.
Yeah, we were recently just talking about a series of movies that's.
I want to save that. I want to save that.
You want to save that?
I want to. Do you want to get into that now? I want to know
man.
what movies are on. Like what movies? Just so I can get a feel for your taste in movies. Because if your favorite movie of all time is fucking what's that movie?
It's that new Pokemon movie.
Yeah,
That's
right,
my favorite
exactly.
movie of all time.
Ever.
It is the best movie I've ever seen in my life.
So I heard
without
your
actually
favorite
watching
movie
it.
is Suicide Squad.
I'm just kidding, no. Suicide Squad? I didn't hate Suicide Squad.
I
didn't-
hated it.
I didn't enjoy it, though. I wasn't like,
so-
I'm not going to ever buy it or rewatch it.
All right, so you ready to argue? So you are on the side of loving it. I'm on the side of hating it. Go. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay. It was an amazing movie. The
That movie
cinematography
was
great.
shit. All right, so I have a really strong opinion about Suicide Squad.
Yeah.
21 and over. I don't think I've ever seen that movie.
Yeah, that's that party movie, kid. Right?
My favorite movie of all time is Project X. I like the part where they.
Because I like to party hard.
So, yeah, I think Suicide Squad was a piece of shit. I think the writing of that movie was absolutely horrendous. The plot was fucking terrible. The costume design was good. The casting was good. But other than that, I think it was really pretty shitty. Because the person who saves the world from a monster that takes over the world within the 2-hour span of the movie,
Yeah.
within that one day, which again was probably the dumbest fucking villain, and the whole thing was fucking dumb.
It's like all hero movies, though.
But no, it's not, because
all hero movies always have this big bad.
No, I
opposing
agree.
villain.
No, I agree with that. I agree with that. But some are done well. Like, I'm not a superhero fan at all. I don't give a single fuck. Like, Deadpool was good, and
the Batman series.
the
with
Batman.
Christian
See,
Bale.
the only reason why I like the Batman movies was because of Heath Ledger. Like, I watched that movie specifically. Like, I don't watch the one before it or the one after it. I've never actually seen the one after it, but I know every word to The Dark Knight. I know every single word. I know every.
All right. 46 minutes into the film. Go.
All right, so I know why you guys have your group therapy sessions in broad daylight. I know why you're afraid to go out at night. The Batman.
Shit.
You see what I'm saying?
That
I know
was
the
26
whole
minutes in. This guy
fucking
doesn't know
movie,
shit.
front to back. What do you believe in? That movie's fucking amazing. So, The Dark Knight is fucking amazing. I feel like the writing of that movie is great. I'm not a huge fan of the Batman, but like I don't care about superheroes, so like I don't really care. But the Joker of that, I feel like this is super generic. Everybody loves that Joker, but like,
well, it's like it's super fucking good, so you can't just not
he-
like it just because everyone likes it.
he
It's
just
like,
murdered the fucking role. Like he
Yeah.
did such a good job. He
I feel
really
like we really
fucking killed
haven't
it.
had a bad Joker since
See, I
Jared Leto.
I liked Jared Leto. I
think what we've seen of him,
I don't like
I
his.
didn't like.
Oh, pretty. Like I don't like his how he like I don't know. So I don't and I do. Like I don't like how he overacted some shit, but like I think the aesthetic of that Joker and the whole like gangster mob take on the Joker was really really fucking dope. I wish they could have built on it more, but like
Well, once he should have had his own.
he's
movie.
not gonna. I don't.
should have had
I do
one
not think
instead of just being a cameo.
they just
in Suicide Squad.
they just dropped the Harley Quinn movie, which I saw.
I didn't see it yet.
They
personally.
just dropped the Harley Quinn movie, and he doesn't have a cameo in it.
No, he's officially done as Joker.
Right? Yeah. So,
Yeah,
so
he's done.
Okay.
They're not bringing him back, which is why they should have just gave him his solo movie so he can build up this Joker, because everyone's watching Suicide Squad and be like, "Oh, this completely new Joker." Like, we have no backstory. We have no idea what he's doing, what he's like, when he's fighting Batman and stuff. It's just he was just there as a love interest or Harley Quinn. And it was kind of boring.
yeah. But the parts that he was in, I really that's the only part of the movie that I enjoyed was the part that the Joker was in. But mostly just because I want to look like how he looks, like with his chains and jewelry
Yeah,
and
complete
grill.
tool. Like
And
a-
face tats and the green hair, like I really,
Face tats.
I really enjoy that aesthetic and
it looked
and that
good.
take on the Joker.
It brought the look to
A different vibe, like a more modern day.
more modern time. Yeah, like what a more modern psychopath would look like.
I feel like he's more like intimidating, like in general, as opposed to just like mentally, like because people kind of played the Heath Ledger Joker until they realize like, oh shit, he's real, like he fucking means it.
Yeah.
As opposed to this Joker being like the guy, like Mr. J, that everyone's fucking scared of him. Everyone knows who he is. Harley Quinn is basically untouchable because she's with him and like all that shit. So I don't know. It was a cool take on it, but other than that, so I liked that part of it. But then looking at the entire package of Suicide Squad, it was bad. So what I was saying before, Harley Quinn, who has no superpowers, saves the world with a fucking baseball bat.
It can be done.
So fucking dumb. And then the dude with the fire powers, he is completely a
Oh,
pacifist.
the guy that's a fire god.
He's a
and, like, barely does
complete
anything?
exactly. He's a complete pacifist. Changed his life. He's been in prison for fucking who knows how long. All it takes is a little bullying, and then he's like, fucking fuck everything that I hold dear. I killed my whole family, like, and that the reason why I don't fight nobody is because I killed my family. And
Well,
and
I
then
think
somebody
he did fight people in prison too.
no he was
I
he was
think
in
I
a fucking
remember
tank of
them
water,
doing, like,
refusing
the
to come
video
out.
Footage of him like blowing up the prison.
Oh yeah, you're right.
So I mean, he has lost control before, but I think he like is trying to refuse.
I just think that was such a shallow, weak ass plot point to be like.
I think it was just super underused.
The whole movie was just a fucking mess, bro. Honestly, it really was. I think that movie was a travesty. Like writing wise, like it was visually nice to look at, but I don't know. I mean, Will Smith kills everything, obviously, but I don't know.
Yeah, that Will Smith, dude. Put him in everything. That guy cries a little bit. It breaks my heart.
You gotta do it. I recently rewatched Hancock. That's a banger of a
Hancock
flick.
smacks.
That's a banger of a flick.
That's what all superhero movies should strive to be.
That's a banger of a flick, man.
That's like a superhero movie that's super fucking realistic at the same time.
I mean, aside from the head in the ass bit, That was the only part that I was like, all right. But the movie,
It can be done.
the movie, like I got touched. It made me feel a little bit like that's a good ass movie.
I mean, the whole thing with him like coming in and landing and not giving a shit and just like destroying roads.
So
and,
good.
Like, all that was
His
just, like,
progression
amazing to
from
watch.
a fucking complete douche to being like trying to become the generic superhero. It's really entertaining. That was a good movie.
Yeah.
So I wanted. So maybe we could just go over some good movies that we enjoy that we hold on a pedestal, and then some. Maybe we could just go over some bad movies as well. So like, some of my favorite movies of all time are Scott Pilgrim vs. the World. I think my favorite movie, and if I had to pick one movie, if you had to pick one movie, what would it be? Boondock Saints.
Oh, Boondock Saints.
I feel like I haven't.
Santi.
I haven't seen it enough to.
That movie's so freaking good.
Reedus is in it?
Huh?
Norman Reedus?
Norman Reedus. The guy, William Dafoe's in there. And it's just, it's such a good movie about just two brothers pretty much just whacking a bunch of drug dealers.
Speaking of two brothers, Four Brothers. You seen Four Brothers?
Have I seen it?
A little Marky
I
Mark?
love it.
No, really, have you?
No, yeah, I have.
That's a good
I used to pretend to be Mark Wahlberg in my spare time.
Nice.
It was pretty good.
That's a little an easy gem for you guys to write down in your diary. Big Neezy used to pretend to be Marky Mark. I like it. So I think if I had to pick one movie that's my end-all be-all, it's Inglourious Bastards. I think I have to just pick it.
Yeah,
I think the way that movie is set up and how it's like... I mean, Quentin Tarantino is insane. I think the majority of his work... There's not been a movie that I've seen... I mean, I
think I've watched all his movies more than once.
I've only seen the older one. Fuck. I can't think of it. John Travolta and Samuel L. Jackson. Pulp Fiction. I think I saw that one once.
What?
But
I mean,
I got put onto that
5
one.
or 6
I got put onto that
was,
one like late. I watched like Kill Bill a bunch of times. So like Kill Bill was like probably my first one, and like I got into I do like Kill Bill. I'm not like a Kill Bill stan, but like Django. Oh my fucking god, Django. Django. The new one, I don't know. People were telling me that it has to grow on me. The Hateful Eight. Have you seen that one?
That's not even his newest one.
That's not his newest one, but like...
No, but the Hateful Eight, I love the Hateful Eight.
I don't know. I just think...
It's good.
See, the Hateful Eight, I love... So the thing I love about Tarantino is that he does not skimp out on dialogue at fucking all. Like, he will sit there and have let a conversation play out in a movie and have it take up 20 minutes and just to have that, like, that energy, that just to see, like, it's so dope. So I feel like that aspect of the Hateful Eight was cool because it literally just takes place in one fucking room the entire movie. But I think that that's kind of where it lost me a little bit. It's just because of how, like, it was just super linear for me. Like, I don't know. It was still dope. It was still like it still had its twisted turns. Yeah, it did. It still had its
super linear.
I mean, like, it had its surprising moments, but I'm just saying, like, that single set, like, that single area, like, it really didn't go anywhere but the cabin, really. You know what I'm saying? You guys are... What? We're loading up? What are you talking about? Open it up. So, I don't know, but, so, then his newest one is, I forgot. I can't think of the name of it, but it's do you know what it's called? It has Brad Pitt. It has
The
Leo.
Hollywood one.
Yeah. That one. That's a good movie.
We could be leading up to that, Tate.
Star Wars.
Yeah, that could be a topic. Maybe. I'm thinking I might change that whole beginning screen effect because it kind of
I
gives
agree.
away.
Yeah, I was gonna tell you that. I think we should just get food.
I was actually looking for shitty food.
Yeah, I think we should just have it food so that way it doesn't give up what we're talking about. I think that would make the segues a lot better, so that way when we do it, it's not like awkward or goofy. So the newest one with Brad Pitt, I watched it in the theaters, and Leonardo DiCaprio, obviously. It's fucking weird. Like, it's good. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's so good. But when I had first seen it, it's my first time seeing it, obviously. So like, it's taken me for a ride. And then like I watched it a few months later, and I was like, oh shit! Like, is this a movie about Charles Manson and the fucking Manson killings?
Is it really?
And it is. And I just completely fucking forgot that was even in the movie. And then like I'm sitting there watching it, and I'm like, wait a second, I remember this. It's like, that's fucking crazy. Like, it's literally just about like a washed up actor.
Whoa, spoilers.
It's just no. It's about a washed up actor and like his day-to-day routine and shit. You know what I'm saying? But then it just goes crazy. Like it goes like. I completely forgot that was a twist in the movie. It was nuts. So yeah, it was definitely worth the watch. I would definitely check it out. I don't know, is it on Netflix? You don't have any idea?
No, I'm
pretty sure
Netflix just came out a few months ago.
I'm pretty sure. Well, I watched it, unless I watched it on DVD. I don't think I did though.
Prime or something, maybe.
I don't know. Wolf on Wall Street. I think that movie is underrated. No, that movie is underrated as fuck. What's a bad movie?
What's a bad movie?
What's a bad movie? If you had to like classify something as a bad movie, what's a bad movie?
A movie that I hate that everybody loves. I would say the new Avengers movie. Was that Endgame?
I like Endgame.
I thought it was boring as fuck. I thought it was predictable as fuck, and
I don't know, the whole Fat Thor Fortnite shit. I thought that was corny as fuck.
Yeah.
I hate that shit. I hate when I just hate like just dry like that was just a good, because those movies can do comedy so well, and like the weird fucking like, I don't know if it was the first movie or the second movie, but the weird like Axe body spray plug.
Yeah.
With Iron Man, like I don't know, but I thought that was like the Axe body spray thing was funny, kind of, but I don't know, the Fat Thor whole arc, like I thought that shit was just, I got so tired of that shit so fast.
It was just filler.
But no, I didn't mind those movies, and again, I'm not super into superhero movies, but I enjoyed it. It was fun to watch. The
one before it, where everybody disappears, and I'm just like, everyone's like, oh my god, I'm crying, I can't believe this. I'm like, you guys are out of your goddamn mind.
Yeah, I don't know.
Think they're gonna let all those people die? Black Panther, one of their biggest selling movies ever. They're just gonna kill off.
Can you say that?
He's never coming back.
Can you say Black Panther?
I just said Black Panther.
That's not very PC, dude. I don't think that's the
PC as hell, actually.
What else we have? So, how are you with Scott Pilgrim? You like Scott Pilgrim?
Yeah, Scott Pilgrim's really good.
Spot Pilgrim.
I enjoyed it. I like movies that are based on video games. Again, those stupid little video game nods every once in a while.
Speaking of movies that reference video games, have you seen Ready Player One?
Yes.
That was dope.
I seen it once.
I seen it once as well.
And it was really fun to watch.
I want to rewatch it because that movie is super sensory overload. Like, there's so much shit to catch in that movie. Like, that was a good watch, though. I forget that I've seen that, and I forget it exists, but it was fucking dope.
Yeah, the amount of references in that movie.
It's crazy. The fucking Iron Giant is in the movie. Like, that alone is fucking crazy. I mean, you can't reference Ready Player One without referencing... I mean, I guess you could, but what's the movie? The animated one? Wreck-It Ralph.
Wreck-It Ralph. It's all right.
No, but that's also like a thing that has mad references, and I think the second one is a lot more heavy with the references, but the first one was kind of cool.
Yeah.
For some reason, Mortal hated the second one, just because of how like overbearing it was with like the product placement and shit. I think it was his issue with it. But I don't know. I enjoy those movies. I think they're fun.
They're a fun watch if your kids want to watch them. You won't ever catch me watching it by myself, unlike the other movies that we talk about.
I don't know. Like, you talking about like animated in general?
No, Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh, Wreck-It Ralph. Yeah, I feel that.
That's not a
Because
movie
I'll watch
by
some
myself,
fucking Finding
that's it.
Nemo all day. That's my shit. Finding Nemo, I'll watch that. I'll watch some Shrek all day.
Shrek.
Watch some motherfucking Shrek all day.
I watched Shrek by myself. I
Shrek
watched
is
that a
fire.
few times. But like that's different. That's like
Like I want a
that's more
shirt that
heavy
just
onto
says.
adult humor
I
than
want a shirt
anything.
that just says, "That's a nice boulder." That's all I want. Like that one line, it just means so much to me. That's a nice boulder. Oh, so good, so good. Okay, so we've
Lord
talked.
Farquaad is my boy for real.
So we've talked about. I feel like maybe one shitty movie, maybe a few. We've talked about some good movies. So smooth transition. Screen wipe. There's a franchise that is probably the biggest franchise that has a lot of shitty movies and a lot of good movies.
Depending on who you are.
And that franchise is.
Can anyone guess it?
Hold on, he's coming in. We have a Darth Vader costumed guy. He's fresh from PAX East.
Anakin. Jazz over here. Tostino bacon roll, mother.
We'll get back to you on that one.
Get over here.
So, Star Wars.
It's not coming. Star Wars.
So, Star Wars. How do you feel about Star Wars?
The new ones suck.
Well, no, as a whole.
As a whole, the new ones suck, and I like the old
No,
ones.
Star Wars.
As a whole, I hate the new ones and I love the old
Oh
ones.
my god.
On the whole,
Star Wars. It feels good. Star
mean-
Wars to me means a lot. It means everything.
I'm not like a super Star Wars nerd fan.
Me either.
But I've watched all the movies multiple times.
All right, so I can kind of break it down to you real quick. I love the Star Wars universe and the extended thereof, and
Yes.
like the species and the tech and all that shit. Again, I'm not a fucking lore master, so I don't quiz me on anything. I
Yeah.
don't know fucking who Anakin Skywalker kissed before he kissed Padme at the truck stop on Tatooine 5. Like, I don't fucking know all that.
This guy just said Tatooine 5, dude.
Raven
Yo, comments,
7.
Can everybody just roast this dude?
But no, I played a lot of my love for the universe came from more of the game side than the movie side.
yeah.
I think the first Star Wars I seen in theater because of my age was probably 2 or 3. Episode 2 or episode 3. It was probably episode 3 though, I can't front. But I have watched them all.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
I'm 25.
Yeah.
6.
'Cause I don't think I even seen the
How old am I?
trio. in
How old am I?
theaters.
If I was
Definitely
born in 93, how old am I?
Yeah, I think the first one I probably seen was episode 1 in theaters.
I saw episode 3 in theaters, and then I saw episode 7, 8, and 9 in theaters. But I like so you're claiming that the newest movies are not good.
I don't like the newest movies.
Okay.
I think what they did with the newest movies is
All right, so I'm going to drop a bomb on you right now before we even get into this topic. Kylo Ren is a better character than any other character in 1 through 6.
Kylo Ren could have been a better character than any,
I
but they literally just played him to the same trope. If they just kept him evil,
well that's what
and conflicted,
No.
and kept him evil instead of making him become good, like Darth Vader.
Darth Vader didn't
off
really.
screen.
All right, so listen, just because he's
He's the
fucking
exact
killed,
replica of Darth Vader. He was pissed off. He was conflicted.
it's just fucking G-Paw.
He did evil shit, and then at the end, he saves the day.
No, he doesn't.
He does.
Ray saves the day.
Without his help, Rey would not have saved the day.
No, bullshit.
Yes, remember Rey was dead.
I think they had a lot of potential with Kylo. All right, so I agree with that.
Rey was dead. Spoiler alert.
Oh yeah, so if you have not
Exactly.
seen every single episode of Star Wars, get the fuck out. Okay, because there are spoilers. But I agree with Zigman. I think that Kylo he could have had more potential, but I think so. I'm torn because the new ones, they fucked it up with. The only thing they fucked it up is Kylo is not lame. Kylo is a fucking savage, and he had so much potential. but because of the director switch which wasn't an issue before, in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, like the movie's plot line and their like the whole arc of the story has been affected by who is writing them and who is directing them, and that's not fair for the fucking movies. And
that's what we base movies on.
No, I agree. But 7 in general, 7 is my favorite Star Wars movie because that's like Star Wars doesn't get better than that for me. Like I'm not really crazy about Han Solo. Like I'm not crazy about Luke. I like Anakin. So like if I had to rate them in like a 3-part thing, like I like 7, 8, and 9 the best. But again, like before I even got into this, like the video games is what made me like fall in like Knights of the Old Republic.
Yeah.
Like being my own person in the Star Wars universe. I've LARPed like at work. Like right, I'm at work walking down the hallways. I'm going like I'm thinking about my character in the Star Wars universe. Like I love the universe and like the lore, but not necessarily about the main characters. Like I don't really give a fuck about the main characters. Like Padme is like whatever. Like Adamame, she's a fucking, what is she? A green bean? Like I don't really like Vader's a badass. Like I love Star Wars. Yo, Lego Star Wars was my shit, bro. Don't get it twisted. I love Lego Star Wars. So if I had to put them in like a 3-part, boom, 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 I would say like 7, 8, and 9, and then 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5, 6. And not because 4, 5, 6 are, well, no, damn, that's tough. It's like it's hard. Like 4, 5, and 6 were great because that's what started it all. And like, I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah, I would actually.
We could just go by movie.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I hated the new ones. The new ones were like you say, oh, I don't like the old ones, but the new ones are just remember berries.
Yeah, but that's
of the old ones.
But that's how it's always. But that's how it's always been.
Plots of the old ones.
That's how it's always been, though. Every movie has done that.
No, it's not though. The prequels are not the same story as 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're not the same at all.
Yeah, I don't get why
There's no Death Star.
I don't get why they had to do a Death Star.
There's nothing like that.
I am your father.
It's all original. They're not calling back to anything. The whole prequel, I understand why it gets a lot of shit because Jar Jar Binks is a piece of crap.
All right, so look, no, but hear me out. So I think 3, because I saw it in theaters, I have a special connection to 3. I really enjoyed 3.
Revenge of the Sith.
But rewatching the original Revenge of the Sith, correct, and 3 had its issues. Grievous.
None of these movies are perfect.
Not at all. I think 7 is perfect in my eyes. I think 7 fucking is amazing. Queen Kira, thank you so much for the follow.
Hashtag yikes.
What?
Yo, Kira, thank you for the follow.
So I think 7's perfect. Literally the only part of 7 that I didn't like 7 set things up so fucking perfectly. I watched the majority of Clone Wars. I haven't finished it though. I know that they're making like a new season, which is actually insane. But I followed like a lot of the lore of everything. So like I read some books. I watched most of the Clone Wars. I haven't finished it. Like I played but the majority of the love of the games, of the franchise, came from the games like Knights of the Old Republic 1 and 2, and then my favorite character of all time, who is not real anymore, Starkiller, which is,
I don't know why not make him real.
Which is half of the reason.
Dope character.
So the reason why my clan is called Starkillers was actually named. I've been using the name Starkiller for a long time before that character even came out, because in the original Knights of the Old Republic video game made by who? Obsidian. There's a character called Bendak Starkiller, who is a that would be fucking amazing. Starkiller is like the most interesting character. He's so crazy. Don't get me started on Starkiller. I'll fucking sit here and stand. But yeah, in the original game, so you know what, you know how I talk about Oblivion, how much I love Oblivion.
Yeah.
Because of one of the main features in Oblivion was that you can go to a like right off the bat, you could just go into the arena and start just fighting people in the arena, random NPCs.
Yeah.
There's that in the Star Wars universe, but it's set to stun. So like the weapons you use only like knock out the opponent. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So you go up the tiers of knocking people out with like stun phasers and like weapon like batons and shit like that, things that can't kill, right? And then at the top, there's a guy named Bendak Starkiller. He's a retired arena fighter, and he's like, I'll fight you, but I'm not coming out of retirement unless we fight to the death. And like he's a fucking Mandalorian. So he has Mandalorian armor. He's so dope. He's so fucking dope. So from that point forward, Bendak Starkiller, I became Sloan Starkiller. Like I love the name Starkiller. Like I thought it was so cool how it's like it has space references, but it also has like real world references like oh you think you're a star, like you think you're someone important, I'll fucking you're done, like you know what I'm saying. Like I just think that's such a fucking dope name, so I ran with Starkiller. But a lot of my love for the franchise of Star Wars came from that stuff and like being my own person in the universe. So I'm not super in love with the film. Like I love the films for what they are and what they started, you know what I'm saying? Starkillers, what up, baby? SK Dexter in the chat, what up? SK Tate's in the chat too. But no, so I don't know. I'm not super into like Luke like that, like Leia,
No.
like Jabba.
I mean,
it's all cool. It's all fine.
I find
And like I can see.
I like Luke's arc overall.
Oh yeah. It's all
I
well
thought
done.
It was really good. I mean, like starting from just some little scrub and
Chewbacca.
training, and then like not being the perfect savior that everyone made him out to be.
Yeah, right.
End. I thought that was
they were all
I hate
really
happy
well done.
endings. I hate them so
So
much.
so it's funny
boring.
that you say that, the happy endings, and it's funny that Zygmunt brings up Chewbacca.
Chewbacca dope.
One of the main problems that I had with the newest movie, is, well, what you're saying, a happy ending. The newest movie is so fucking fan servicey.
Yeah.
So fucking fan servicey.
That whole entire time, I was sitting there and I was like, they're like, oh, who's this guy? Oh my god, it's a guy from the original trio.
That shit was so
What's this?
whack.
It's this planet from the original trio. And I'm just like, Jesus Christ,
Yeah.
make something up on your own, dude.
So
That's it.
So another problem, like, so apparently, Chewbacca got a medal in
The original trio, yeah.
No, but he didn't get a medal in the movies. But then I think they edited something for him to get a medal in the original, and then they gave him a medal in the newest one to kind of make everyone feel better that he didn't get one in the originals. But he actually did get a medal. That's what I heard, at least. I don't know where they're pulling that fact from, but
It's probably, I feel like George Lucas kind of edited that in, because he did go back and revise a lot of the old movies.
no,
with
I think
CGI
it was from something else. I don't remember what it was, but
All right, let me tell you something.
tell me something.
The lightsaber battles.
No, you know what? Fucking tell me something.
Which I love to see.
If you're gonna sit here and tell me that there was a better lightsaber fight in 1, 2, and 3 than there was in 7, 8, and 9, you're fucking bugging.
Yeah.
Who?
The first one. What are you talking about?
Who was a better fight?
Who? Qui-Gon Jinn, Obi-Wan Kenobi against Darth Maul was way better.
Okay, so
I enjoyed
actually
that way better.
I actually forgot that Darth Maul was a part of 1, so he is the saving grace of 1.
Way better.
But I think 1 overall is a fucking hot steaming pile of garbage. Like
One's alright.
every character.
I'm not gonna say it's the greatest.
Every character in that movie spoke like a fucking Muppet. Like,
Yeah.
just watching, and I know Jim Henson had a part in the original, but this is not the case now. The fucking...
No, it's all CGI in the prequels.
What the fuck were they? Viceroys? Oh, hearing them fucking talk, bro, makes my skin crawl. I'm like, why the fuck are these dudes such characters? Like, just let them talk.
Yeah.
Like, oh, it was so cringy. Like, and then, like...
Actually, I think actually each movie... I liked each movie's lightsaber scenes than any of the new ones.
Nah, the Kylo... So...
There's more to it.
There wasn't really
the
any
lightsaber
duels.
scenes in the new ones.
So looking back on the Yoda versus...
Darth Sidious?
That was
That was
no, it was cool to
crazy.
watch, but now I'm looking back on it, I'm like, that shit is fucking
Yeah, but
weird.
it goes back to a reference where he said to Luke, it's like, oh, size doesn't matter.
Yeah, but the whole
And
thing
then
about
that
Yoda
whole
is
point of him is
he
just
should be
jumping around
the
going like a
wise
crazy
he should
fuck.
be the wise dude, fucking making the whole room close on this dude, not the dude that's hopping around like a fucking rabbit. I was like
They
looking
use-
back
they
at
use
it,
the
I'm like,
for- I
it's
don't know
so
if you remember,
goofy.
but they do use the Force. They're lifting
To-
up the
yeah,
Senate
whatever,
chairs.
whatever.
They're throwing the Senate chairs at each other, like those big ass freaking things.
So like I'm more, I don't know. I'm trying to think of like I would have to watch like top 5 lightsaber duels. I would have to watch that video to really have
Yeah.
like a say in like this. But like I don't know. I find
The new ones were a lot more grounded in a movie where I don't want grounded.
I feel that
fights.
I feel like everything that Kylo did was so much more badass and like impactful than anything that
It's not
happened
even
in 1, 2, and
impactful,
3.
though.
But bro, all right. So look at this fucking scene. The first scene of 7, bro.
Yeah,
This dude
let's-
shoots a
let's-
fucking
no,
laser.
Let's
Hold on,
bring
wait,
this
wait.
up.
Let me
Let's
finish.
bring
Let me
this
finish.
up.
Let me finish.
Please.
This dude shoots a fucking laser. The entire time Kylo's sitting there having a conversation, the fucking laser's hovering right here. He has this shit held with the Force. He's just looking at him, talking to him.
Yeah.
That was the most badass shit ever.
I loved it. Impactful? No. Why?
It is impactful.
Never
It
use that kind of power again.
What are you talking about? He
Ever.
fucking Poe is the number one in the Resistance. He
literally
cracked him.
got shot by Chewbacca, dude.
Who?
Kylo, after he stabbed Han, Chewbacca shot him. Why couldn't he stop a fucking crossbow?
So you're telling me killing one of the franchise's most loved characters in ever. Everybody, if you're an OG fucking Star Wars head,
no. We're talking about
that's the most
powers,
impactful.
right?
No, I'm talking about just
Because you were just
no.
like-
I didn't say powers. I
I said how is it
that's
impactful,
not what I said.
and you brought up him stopping a laser.
Yeah, but
midair.
I'm not saying his power was. I'm saying what that scene did and what he did. I'm saying so.
Yeah, that was
What I said.
impactful, but
Everything.
on the whole, like,
everything
one
that
thing out of
Kylo
3
does.
movies.
Everything that Kylo does was so much more interesting to me. Like, and I'm not talking about. I'm not making the comparison to him and Vader because Vader was a badass. Like the shit that he did was cool, and his character
It was alright.
is aged.
Vader in the originals was like, it's like hard to compare because they were so limited to.
Yeah,
let
no,
him
that's what I'm
do
saying.
shit.
Like it's an aged character, but if I was able to see that in the theaters, I know that I would have a similar impact because of how dope he, like how much of a badass he is. The fucking Force choke, seeing that shit, I'm like, oh, this dude
the
means
Force
business.
choke, you see it for the first time, you're like, oh,
Yeah,
shit.
oh, shit,
Then you
alright.
go watch like
Like this, okay.
the new ones or the prequels, you're like, oh, Force choke.
like oh yeah, no,
Like,
yeah, I
that's
feel you.
that's all he does.
But back then, I'm sure like if we watched in the theaters, it would be a whole different. It would be I
Now-
would have a much different.
If we seen a movie where it was like in a Force Unleashed, remember how that game started? You were Darth Vader
God.
on Chewbacca's world.
Just fucking
You were
shit
just
up.
going like this and like splintering trees,
See,
like
I
doing crazy
think
shit
so.
like that. That's what I want to see.
I see a
Darth
lot of
Vader.
people saying like, "Oh, Disney, oh Vader in
Yes.
his prime." He has a comic
Sigmund
book.
right there.
He has a
They
comic
should do
book.
a
His
movie
comic
with
book is
Vader in his
crazy.
prime.
So
That's it.
so
No good guys.
a lot of people say, "Oh, Disney fucked up this, fucked up that," and like I don't agree. So all right, so I didn't agree before my next sentence, but I don't agree that Disney really had a hand in fucking anything up. The only thing that I think that is holding,
Besides choosing the directors.
well, no, that had nothing to do with Disney. Like that was all an
Disney,
internal Star Wars Lucasfilm choice. Like
Oh, who's that chick they put in Helm the whole thing?
I don't think that's anything to do with Disney.
Forget her name. She was like choosing the
Wait,
director.
which knee?
Huh?
Which knee? Disney or Datney?
Yo, Disney over here. 'Cause
So, but I do think that maybe Disney could be holding back with the rating. Like, if they could do like a real deal like Vader movie, like maybe not necessarily rated R, but like he can chop a fucking Wookiee in half. Like it might be, like we could go somewhere. But I could see that argument of Disney holding back Star Wars and that aspect of making everything kid friendly and shit. And I don't know. The newest movie had a lot of fucking plot points, plot holes. But I feel like a lot of that, and I'm not apologizing for it. It was fucked up. The movie was fucked up. Everything about the Emperor in that movie is pretty fucked up. The fact that he's alive, I'm fine with because of the Dark Force. Like, the Dark Force is forbidden for a reason, and like,
I'm I'm fine with him being
being alive is like it's okay.
It's fucking unoriginal.
It is, but it's because they fucking killed off Snoke in the last one. So everything in this movie is literally because they have to.
A waste of a fucking
they have to. They have to fucking undo all the bullshit of the last one. That's why I think 7 is so perfect. They had the bad guy, which was Kylo Ren, but then you're like, oh shit, there's a badder dude, and then they fuck everything up in 8. It's like. The reason why 7 was so perfect to me was because...
Yeah, but he killed him at the end of 7, no?
No, it happened in 8. He did the fucking lightsaber push was in 8.
Oh, it was 8 that he killed him.
Yes, everything got fucked up in 8. Everything. 7 was the perfect Star Wars
7
movie.
was...
It was perfect.
My favorite out of all the...
There was no opening scene of fucking Poe Dameron sitting in front of the world's biggest fucking ship ever telling your mama jokes. That was not a thing.
Yeah, it's super corny.
Like, they fucked up in 8. They fucked it up.
Like you think about that, like this whole movie, like they're trying to sell you on how desperate the rebels are, and then Poe Dameron was just sitting there.
It's so
and the
goofy.
commander of an evil army is just letting this prank.
Letting him talk. That's not a fucking thing.
That makes sense.
Like it's not a thing.
It's
like
I don't
Kylo
even
kills
deal with
his
that
own
shit.
fucking dad,
Like an evil guy,
who he has some sort of heart for. Why would Kylo not just blow this fucking dude to smithereens? It's so goofy.
Yeah, it's dumb.
But everything in 7, bro, I'm telling you, I want you to go back and watch 7. I watched 7 so many fucking times. From the point of them introducing Kylo to the point where he takes his mask off for the first time, where he's like talking to Rey about, let me show you how this shit fucking works. Like to the point where he kills one of the most popular, probably the most popular character besides Luke, of Star Wars that every OG loves and argues about. He shot first, blah, blah, blah. They had so much balls to do that. And, like, that whole movie, start to finish, is fucking crazy. They set everything up so perfectly. And then 8 fucked everything up. And then 9 had to try to go back and say, no, we have a villain. We have a villain still. It's the Emperor. He's back. We got somebody.
It was a shit show scramble of...
And like
How can we fill out these 2 hours? We'll throw in a bunch of callbacks.
But like I think that I honestly think that he did as best as he could and made it as good as he could have with what he had to undo.
He could have done better.
I don't know. Definitely. I don't think so. I think that
he could have made the movie way more original than what it was and filled it with actual shit instead of fucking remember scenes. And hitting the fucking nostalgia.
There was the only remember was the Wookiee coin and the shitty character that I did not want in the movie.
They went back to Luke's own planet. They brought back
that's what I'm talking about.
Lando.
Yeah, I could not give a fuck about Calrissian at all.
Yeah, they just kept like bringing shit back, like C-3PO and R2-D2. They're dope. They didn't need to be in these movies at all.
No,
they serve no purpose. Like he's like
no,
like,
but I like the idea. I like the idea in 7 though.
Alert.
But the idea in 7 though, when like, how else would you fucking find Luke? His droid.
That part.
That was dope.
Good.
But
leave it at that.
You know, I agree.
That whole that last movie, that C-3PO scene.
I don't remember which one you're talking about.
When he was like, oh, we have to wipe his memory.
Oh, yeah, that was...
Oh, I'll lose my friends. Oh, these motherfuckers that you talk to for like half a day now, you're really worried about forgetting about them?
Yeah, I could have done with them not hitting that planet at all. Like, if they didn't land on that planet, I would have been fine.
It's pointless.
That alien bitch, I'm cool. I don't care.
There was nothing of consequence, and that was my problem with Endgame. Everything is gonna go back to normal. He got his memory wiped. All he had to do was talk to R2-D2, and he just fucking shocked him, and he came back.
Well, no, I think you're talking about the one... Are you talking about the one before Endgame?
He came back.
I'm talking about the one before Endgame, where everything was fucked up, and then you knew that everything was going to go back to normal?
Well, it's like you go into Endgame...
Because Iron Man was an L, though. Huh? In Endgame, Iron Man was a real L. Like, that was a real loss. Like, that really happened. You know what I'm saying?
That was the only loss.
Well, and Cap, right? Cap was an old dude.
No, he didn't die though. Yeah. He chose to not be an Avenger.
He chose to live out his life to the fullest. Yeah, I don't know. It's so hard to talk about Star Wars because there's so much to it. It's like
I enjoyed the story of the prequels showing how this little kid got twisted by the dark and light side of the Force and just fucking manipulate him on both sides, and then ultimately becoming one of the worst villains.
I don't remember 2. So 2, the only part of 2 that really like fucking punches me in my fondness organ is the that one scene, because like 2 is like that weird movie, like it's like that. Whoa, I haven't seen, like, I don't remember this. Like I feel like I haven't. 2 is like the movie that I haven't seen the most. Like I've seen it a few times, but every time I see it, I'm like, I don't really remember this one. But the
it's the Attack of the Clones. So it's like all the
really bad
clones
CGI.
going fighting the robots.
I remember there's a really, really shitty CGI scene. It might have been in 1, but it's when the droid army is going to push one of the kingdom or whatever the fuck, and it's just an open green field, like, and it's the most ugly CGI work I've ever seen in my life, because it literally just looks like somebody took like a fucking like a Minecraft creative world
field.
and they're just moving. It's when they had the bubble. Yeah, it might have been 1. It was really bad, but so like 2, there's a character named Sam Wessel something. It's the shapeshifter. Like that whole scene, like I remember that shit fondly. Like the shapeshifter, yeah. So it's the one trying to kill Padme, or Padme, right? Yeah.
Padme, yeah.
She's trying to kill Padme. She's working with Boba Fett or Jango Fett.
I don't remember that guy at all.
She has the blow dart when they send the fucking the things in.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, she gets killed with the blow dart, but she's a shapeshifter.
Yeah.
And there's one Lego set of that from like 2000, and it's like impossible to find. But you saying it looks like Star Wars Battlefront? Yo, Star Wars the original Battlefront was my shit. Oh my god. So my problem with the new Battlefront is it's fucking stuck in first person. The original Star Wars Battlefront, a game from 2004.
No, I thought you could go third person.
Not in the new one. The new one is first person only.
You can't.
No, you can't. The new one is only first person.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you can.
Star Wars Battlefront 1, I don't know about 2, but the newest one by DICE was a first person game.
Yeah, they made 2 of them though.
I know there's a new one. I don't know.
But you can go. It doesn't make sense because you're third person.
When you're a hero.
And I'm 100% sure. Not 100. I can't say 100. I haven't played it that much.
In the original.
Can't remember.
Because the best part about those games for me was playing in third person as like a stormtrooper. Then you could slowly like level up and then become like, oh, like you start off as like either a shotgunner or this, but then if you get a certain amount of kills,
you can become a character called Captain Phasma.
Captain Phasma. Oh man. Her comic book is actually fire.
That's like one of my main reasons is that the originality that they brought into the movies, they ignored completely, or they just fucking
like Finn gets fucking shafted, bro.
What a waste!
So
what a waste!
The original,
he didn't need to be a Jedi, but he needed to be something at least. Like
his original concept, like promotional material that came out for Finn,
concept art,
were all like, oh, he's a force sensitive stormtrooper, and like that shit was like, what? Like we gotta, because there's actually
you haven't seen that before.
So in my head, actually, in funny you bring up Lego Star Wars. In one of the Lego Star Wars movies, which is weird, there's an original character in one of those, which again obviously isn't canon, but he's a force sensitive stormtrooper, and he like takes his helmet off and he has like blue eyes. I have the Lego set, but his whole arm is like force, so it's like a see-through blue arm, and he's a stormtrooper, and he has like he's so fucking cool looking. But
why be a stormtrooper though if you're that far into the force?
Well, no, like it happened. Yeah, no, you know what I'm saying? Yeah.
But imagine he just stays as a stormtrooper.
Yeah, I'll keep working here.
I just want to shoot pistols.
Yo, dude, those fucking benefits, bro. The dental for being a stormtrooper, it's fucking lit. Everybody has the same teeth. It's fucking great.
If you like Star Wars, watch Robot Chicken Star Wars skits.
That's good, yeah.
Those slaughter.
I feel like Robot Chicken. Good. Honestly, I used to be the biggest Robot Chicken fan. I have all the box sets on DVD. It doesn't hold up well.
Oh, it holds up.
I don't think so.
was
I
watching
think
it recently.
I don't know.
Some of them hold up pretty goddamn.
I think I outgrew Robot Chicken, or maybe I just watched it way too fucking much. I literally would watch that non-stop. Was Robot Chicken? It was ridiculous, non-stop. Oh man, but it looks like we're getting there.
Yeah, running up on time.
That was a really good conversation, though. Star Wars is terrible. It's so good, but it's so bad.
Were you into Meat Spin? Yes. Meat Spin. I think that was our time, wasn't it?
Yeah. You spin me right round,
It
baby,
just kept
right
spinning.
round.
Yeah, it was an earlier gig of mine. You know, I was just making.
It was both
I
of
could make
us.
some
It
money,
was both of
pay
us.
for cameras.
So we really appreciate everyone for coming out. This was a good episode. We are.
Two guys and one mic.
No, you.
Who are you? Just said we though.
We are.
I'm so confused. I am Big Neezy,
I'm President Sloan.
and this is two guys.
One mic.
Hey, we're finishing each other's sentences.
Sandwiches.
That's nice. Sandwiches.
What are you doing after this?
I think I might have some time to play some games. You know, maybe we'll do a little Hunt Showdown. Maybe.
So immediately after this, I'll be streaming on twitch.tv/President Sloan, and Big Neezy89 will be streaming right here on, you guessed it, Two Guys One Mic show. Well, actually that's our Twitter. Two Guys One Mic. So we'll be playing some Hunt Showdown possibly. I'll be playing some Fortnite later. I actually work tonight at 10 o'clock, which is going to be so fun. But I'm going to try to get as much gaming time in as I can. Thank you guys so much for coming through. It's been a great show, great day, great episode. Tate, thanks. Angie, thanks. Dawn, I see you. Zigman, thank you so much for coming by, man. Yeah, we're going to go
I
shoot.
just want to stick around. We're going to be hosting my boy Solar Joker. Show him some love. You know, he's probably one of the oldest streamers that we've been following. And we're close
Whoa,
to
don't talk about his age like that. It's fucked up.
oldest followers. He is a young little chickadee. But if you guys are watching this on YouTube, comment down below what you thought of the episode. Any other topics that
if
you
you can
want to
comment
see.
how many times I've done this, then we'll give you an Amazon gift card.
There it is. He just said it, so it's true. But hit the like button, subscribe. You guys on Mixer, hanging out with us.
Fuck
I
that
love
like
you guys.
button up.
And
You guys are the reason we do this. We love you.